Ready to build the Batmobile?
To the Batcave, let's go!
Hang on, here we go! This is the best! To the Batcave, Robin!
Holy guacamole, Batman! Look at all the bats!
Steady on, old chum, we're almost there.
Wow, what a ride! To the Batcave!
Indeed, time to roll out.
Look, bats are following us!
Our loyal allies, full speed ahead.
Holy flight formation!
Back to my channel. My name is Jim, and today we're going to do 3 stages of the 1966 Batmobile by Fanhome. I'm going to try to keep these videos shorter, so I'm only going to do like 3 stages at a time instead of putting an hour video up. And with that, we're still working on the dash, the steering wheel in this one. And I'm going to bring it down to the, or over to the overhead, and then we'll open these kits up and get started, okay? Here is the model so far. It's just coming out really cool. I just moved that aside. Let me get the knife. We'll be doing 81 through 83. Looks like on 81 it says that we are going to, in this phase, you will fit the interior floor into place as well as building the detectoscope. Woohoo! Scratched it. Let's see here. I think this will get replaced in a future Mike Lane edition. What they having us do first? First, they having us take this piece here, which is a, I guess it's like the surround. Turn it over. Goes in just like so. With that, we bring this over. It's got 2 lugs for screws like so. This gets 2 KP screws. These are tiny screws. One. Two. All right. Then we move on to a lens. Lens sits in like this. And gets mounted with an AP screw. Okay, that's in. Then we're going to move over to some, putting some knobs in. This here which says detectoscope. That goes right here. There. That's in. Get my sprue cutters. Four. That's one in. And another black one goes up top. All right, that's done after some difficulty by my own doing. Okay, we're gonna take this out. I'll bring the dashboard over. Got a little dusty sitting on the shelf. All right, that's gonna go through here. And that's going to mount with 2 AP screws. One. There. That's mounted. So next it has us mounting the base. There. And then the bat light goes into the one behind it. There. All right, those two are in. Now it says we can mount the interior. All right, for that I have to turn it over, which I don't like to do. Not sure how you're supposed to hold this in there like so. And then turn it over at the same time. All right, so it looks like it's lined up. All right, it's going in easier than I thought. Hold the floor pan in. Okay. Let me flick it back over. That's all there is to do in that stage. Let me move it up here. This is the reason why I'm only doing 3 stages, is it takes a while. Next, we're going to bring over 82. So this one we're going to be installing in this phase switch boxes, and then we're going to be installing the dash to the floor pan. With that, let me get this cut open. A sprue with a bunch of silver knobs on it. All right, let's see where we're going to start. So it looks like we got this one here. This gets 4 silver knobs and one of these red ones. Put it in the right way. There's one. I know some people make the holes a little bigger and then they just glue the backs. Makes proper sense. These are really hard to get in. All right, let's try it again. All right, that method seemed to work. There's those 4 knobs. And it looks like this one. There. Then this gets mounted. This must be like a speaker. With this little black one that goes in the middle. All right, that gets mounted to the bottom here. Looks like it just pushes in. Just like so. All right, set that aside. Bring over this one. Bring this over again. Let's see here. Let's take these 4 off. There. All right. This one here starts off with a red one and the rest are silver. That way works out perfect. There. That's M4. And then this red one goes here. There. That switch panel's done. And we bring the dash over. Okay. Mount the other switch panel. That one goes here. There. There's the under dash switches. Looks pretty cool. So that's going to go into here, just like so. There's the two lights. All right, on the dash, these two pieces go on. Let's see. This one pushes on like that. And this one pushes on like that. And there's the dash. Dash is complete. All right, let's bring the car over. More in the camera. This wire back. dash is in. Let me sit that back over here. We have one more stage to do here. That's stage 83, which is a steering wheel. As they call it, stages, or actually phases. Let's open this one up. All right, as you can see, we had the steering wheel, which is metal. We had the steering shaft is metal. The center here, this looks like the speedometer, which goes in the center of the steering wheel. Another sensor. Here's a ring here with colored, I guess they're lights, indicators. We have two of those sensors. So we take the steering wheel, hold it like this, says to take these, they're calling them joysticks. It says they push in right here. Time for super glue. There. Just fine. Yeah, that's it for a minute. We bring the center of it over. Shows that going from behind, which should indicate lights. This here goes in the bottom. There. Whew. And we mount the speedometer in. Put a little oil on it since it's screws going in the metal. Another thing I didn't do was I didn't put the U-joint on. That's got two SM screws. That'll go like that. And then the other side. Let's see here. Need something to hold it with while I screw it. loosen it just a hair. There. That's fine. Let's bring this back. Now let's put this back in again. There. Steering wheel is complete. We don't put it in the car yet. So that's all there is to do on these 3 stages. That's why I cut it down to 3 stages, so it takes long enough as it is. Bring this over. All right, dashboard is done and in. Bat phone is plugged in. There's a light here now that's plugged in that they're mods. And of course the steering wheel will be going through here. Like so. Which is pretty cool. And that's it all in this one. So until next time, hope you're enjoying this shorter video, and I will have 3 more stages in another week or so. Until then, take care, peace, happy modeling, and enjoy the big ones and the little ones. They're all the same in the end. Take care. I'm out.
See you in the next video. Please like and subscribe.